something, or?
Yeah, I am. I'll do that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Alright. I was just logging into the Battle.net.
Cool. So yeah, you could be like our expert Zerg analyst here.
Sure.
So I guess I don't know how to. We've not really done a TriCast before. Prepare to get awkward, folks.
Uh-oh. I've done a TriCast once. It was kind of awkward.
Okay, I don't know. Actually, do you study? I mean, I know you guys are on the same team. Do you study up on Hyun much, or is it just kind of like when you see him, you see him?
It's more of a letter since he still practice a lot in Korean server. He doesn't play that much in an A server.
Yeah, I caught him streaming earlier with his like Korean Smurf Easy Kraken PC. I was like, really? That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Masada, I gave him a bit of a bump last game, but to give him a better one here, guys, this guy he's probably not going to agree with me. Maybe he will because he's got an ego. I don't know. He's in my eyes, one of the better North American Zerg players, so having him on the call here should be pretty insightful.
Aw, thanks.
Man, it's your stream I watch like every time I'm editing. It's a combination of perfect timing and the fact that you're a genius, and it's really nice to be able to listen to you. Because so many people, they just stream with music, and it's like, well, great. I can watch anyone do that. The commentary is what drives people, I think.
But it's awesome watching people stream with like crazy dubstep going on. Here comes medevac push.
I
personally don't like dubstep as much as the other musics.
Well, I don't know. That impression, that beatbox from Gary Oak was pretty damn good.
That's freaking dubstep right there.
Alright, well, guys, we are in Game 2 in this Best of 5, $100 on the line ZOTAC Cup. Of course, winner take all! And spawning here in the top left corner of the map, playing for Quanitc, it is the blue player, Hyun.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of Belshir Vestige, it is our red Terran down a game. It is Shuttle.
So tossing this to Masan right away, just gonna throw him into the fire. I personally, I hate playing on Belshir. From your point of view as a Zerg player, what do you see as the most viable option for Hyun on this map?
Actually, it all depends on what third base Terran try to take. Because if you take the aggressive one, you can just go semi-all-in with the Ling Roach Baneling, and it usually does a lot of damage since its reinforcements are really hard to be at third. It takes a long time for him to reinforce to the third from his main and natural. Although it does allow Terran to put heavy pressure onto the Zerg's third and potentially fourth.
Well, it's funny you bring up the concept of the third, because last week, when these guys faced off, on this same map, I believe it was, maybe it was Aklon, I could be confusing the two. Either way, Hyun shut down Shuttle from getting a third completely and entirely. I'm talking, we're like 22 minutes in the game, and we're still stuck on 2 bays for Shuttle. So hopefully he doesn't get caught in that same trap here today.
Look at that drone. He's just going out there. It's like, nope, no proxies. Nope, nope, nope.
Yeah, he's so paranoid of... he's
I'm
so paranoid of
he's
Shuttle's proxies. Last game was ridiculous. I don't know if you saw it before leaving the game, Masan, but like, Hyun went all over the map. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, proxies, of course... Oh, sorry, continue.
I'm actually surprised that Hyun's is scouting all the way around the right side of base with the drones instead of Overlord.
Well, we were talking about last game, Gary Oak and myself, and I think there's got to be some level of paranoia. Like, I think he's played Shuttle enough and probably been proxied enough, because, you know, this game plus the last game, I mean, it's so weird to see Hyun, of all people, go so in-depth with the scout.
Uh-oh. I see a drone coming to going to the third.
Ooh, he's going double hatch before pool. He did that because he saw the command center first, followed by the racks. Same build as last time.
Oh, I didn't realize that last time.
Yeah, it's like the perfect Zerg response, I think, because it's like, oh, you're going greedy, well, I'll go greedier, because you can't punish this, because you went CC first. Oh well.
Yeah, this is kind of the old Hyun again. Like, last game we saw, probably over the course of the game, close to 70 Banelings. That was like kind of what Hyun got known for at the start. Now we go for the 3 early bases, something Hyun became more known for towards the ends of Wings of Liberty. So, seeing this again is just warming the nostalgia in my heart. And Shuttle, I mean, okay, you know, let's talk about what he can do off this. If he goes for the 3 CCs, like pretty much I think every Terran does at this point, he'll be set pretty nicely if Hyun doesn't punish him. And by going for this greedier build, he's kind of saying like, yeah, I'll let you get away for this for just like a little bit.
Yeah, the onus will be on Hyun to either hit a really strong third base timing or go for that quick fourth to stay one step ahead of the Terran, who can go for very hyper-fast third base.
You know, I know because he went for 3 hatcheries, he couldn't pull it off. But some point in this series, I'd love for him to go for that Nidus trick he used earlier against Shuttle.
Oh, the Nidus trick. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But I think Shuttle would be, skilled enough to be like, oh, there's a Nidus. I better pull SCVs and attack it.
Yeah, there's
As
always that.
opposed
Yes.
to the other guy who's like, oh god, oh god, oh god, and he, like drops his mouse. He's like, ah.
Well, you know, the panic factor is a real thing. Like, Masan, I know, I'm actually curious, because you play StarCraft, I think, considerably more than I think it's safe to say you've ever cast it. From a player's perspective, do you ever find yourself panicking? Or is it all pretty much just, like, calm, level-headed, no matter what?
I do find myself panicking sometimes. Mainly, it's not that I panic and just throw everything else. It's just that somewhat often I find myself unable to do things. That's, I think, my definition of a panic.
Yeah, just, you know, small things that get caught off guard. Not like, oh, I threw the keyboard in the air and freaked out or anything. Yeah, no, earlier today, we had a player, Hyun 2-base Nidus roached him, and he saw the Nidus coming down to the main, and the Terran player reacted by doing nothing. Just trying to move his army up to the main.
Did he see it?
He saw it, yeah.
He saw it.
He started pulling a couple SCVs that said, no, let's get the army up here instead for whatever reason. I don't know. So yeah, that's the whole reason we're talking about panic. Just because small things like that can cost you a game. Hyun, though, is also no, I guess, immunity to panic. We saw that Baneling earlier today versus Tefl. Those two Banelings, man, lost him the game. Just a little bit of miscontrol. Yeah, the one game Hyun drops, of course.
And we do see, that third just finishing up right now. And I like that. Look at that depot placement. That is the anti-Nidus depot.
Yeah, the northern part of the base. Now, the cool thing, too, for last game, Hyun was so on top of the ball, knowing Shuttle was going to come with drops. Those Spore Crawlers were so perfectly placed. I don't know if Shuttle... Like, after seeing that, will he even bother going for drops is a big question on my mind. He's going for Bio again with that double engineering bay, but last game he just was not able to utilize it whatsoever.
He is going tank, so it looks like the exact same drop. I'd like to see him mix in a Viking or two just to clear out the Overlord, so Hyun will have a little bit less of an early warning system. That and sweep around the map and kill these, like, spotter Zerglings for drops.
Yeah, it's definitely something more popular I've seen more recently where, you know, a Terran player will pump out one Viking before anything else, not even rush out a medevac.
Yep.
And, you know, even if that Viking only clears up 3 Overlords or so, suddenly you've got that map vision back. Because last game, as we saw, Hyun basically had map hacks thanks to a combination of creep, watchtowers, and Overlords, while Shuttle couldn't see anything outside of his natural.
That, and if you kill 3 Overlords, it still pays for the cost of the Viking. Like, come on. It's a good deal.
Well, we actually have a lot of gas coming out again right now. 5th and 6th... Oh, sorry, not 5th and 6th. He doesn't have one in the main. But I guess 4th and 5th guys just coming in at third base. The big problem is what Masan was talking about earlier, though. The Zerg player's third is a little exposed. It is a little open. If these Hellions decide to move out, I mean, he's pumping out some more. Once he gets to 6, I would imagine Shuttle would try and do some harass with them, because he's invested so much into them already. You can't just ignore them. And if you get in here to the third, the Spine Crawler is so awkwardly positioned, it will poke at the Hellions, but it won't stop them once they get behind the mineral line.
Yeah, exactly. One way to stop it, though, is to just go for this Baneling aggression that might be happening. We do see Burrow on the way. That's a quick Burrow, so we might see Baneling traps from Hyun.
Ooh, that's something I've not seen in a long time, quite frankly.
He's definitely got the skill in the APM to pull it off, so I would not put it past him. That's one reason why we do not see too many traps, for someone who asked in the chat, like, forever ago.
What are your thoughts on Baneling traps, Masan? Just curious.
Baning traps as a Baning...
Like, burrow them. Yeah, the mines.
Yeah, the mines.
Oh, I love using them. I do that all the time.
I think they're so effective.
Like, even if Terran says it, it forces a Terran to scan, and 2 Banelings for scan is totally worth it for Zerg. And if Terran doesn't scan as you come out, well, good luck surviving with
Exactly, like, as a spectator, they make me rage so hard every time I see them go off properly. I just get so mad.
Well, actually, I like this. We have the Overlord spreading creep, but it was actually chased off by these Widow Mines. But the funny thing is, if the Widow Mines are burrowed, you still can't land the command center, so... Ooh, actually does manage to get a hit off.
I like this little micro war.
Yeah, the Overlord... This is the most, like, intense thing that's happened in this game, because, again, both these players playing sort of passively, trying to get to that mid to late game push, but Hyun actually has a lot of Zerglings already coming out. He's got... Oh my god, I say Zerglings, 31 Banelings! Jesus, coming map.
It reminds me of last game, actually, except Hyun had a better start, economically at least.
You know, that Tefl game where he wiped out that natural base with just banelings, I still can't get that out of my mind. Neoplanet S,
Oh my
man.
God.
But okay, so many
Get that
banelings on the
drone
field.
down, by the way.
Oh wow, yeah, 83 drones. Well, actually, at one
Yeah.
point, oh, those Widow Mines unfortunately get most of these Zerglings. Overseer with this though can
Doesn't
prevent.
tank it, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh, I love this. The Widow Mine splash damage picking off those Burrowed Widow Mines before they can actually arm and go off. Can he roll into these SCVs? Tank fire doing a lot of damage here. Hyun will just pull
One
back
more
for the
shot.
time being.
Oh, that he could have had a much better shot on those Banes and taken a lot more out. But yep,
Oh, but there's that Burrow.
Sees it.
Oh, he gets some Marine still nonetheless. Not a bad trade, but not the best. But of course, as Masan pointed out earlier, buying that scan essentially from the Terran player.
Yep, and now Hyun's comfortably got 4 saturated bases as
Oh my God.
Shuttle goes on to 3.
37 more Banelings on the way here. Hyun
Wow.
is not done yet. And of course,
He's not done yet, and
nope,
yeah,
don't. Just
when you have
nope.
4 bases, you can do this.
No puns. Just nope. But actually, the thing that's funny to consider is Banelings, it's like, okay, you know, they're kind of susceptible to these Widow Mines, but if they can get on top of the Widow Mines with that speed, they're going to take the Widow Mines out with them. But oh my God, Hyun, okay, does run in with the Zerglings first, has got to still be careful. There are a couple more Widow Mines on the field, but nowhere nearby, luckily.
Oh no.
Oh, the SCVs getting demolished. Widow Mines also going down.
They couldn't even burrow.
Drop in the main, though, actually picking off the guys who did not catch this while that was going on. We were so distracted by a million Banelings on the field. Hyun trying to respond to this with Zerglings, but of course they get a nice position behind the mineral lines. These
Marines will
Marines,
clean this up eventually. That was
Yep.
a good drop, though.
lots of damage being done there, paying him back. 6 workers, not the best in the world, but picking up that geyser definitely helps. Meanwhile, 2 more medevacs coming up the right side of the map, the eastern drop location. Has got to run for that spore crawler, not a fun thing to have to deal with. And Shuttle, you know,
The Baning right next to the Marine Clump, by the way, Shuttle's third. Could be interesting.
And there's the drop in the main again, part 2, but the Mutalisks will shut this down. Oh no, the Mutalisks are actually
Oh,
getting
no.
targeted by Marines.
nothing's actually focusing the medevac side, but it is out of energy, so it's pretty much useless. And, oh man, relentless attacks here from Shuttle. 4th base, 3rd base, lots of Banelings going off. But
he's
look at
everywhere.
the clump of these 3 Banelings is right on top of where the rally point is for the bio. And as Masan pointed out, this could get interesting. I'm trying to keep an eye on what's going on here, because Hyun could at any moment kill a massive amount of units with 3 Banelings.
He's clicking on him too. Like
Yeah,
Hyun
we
is
see him
just
slowing
waiting.
him. He wants Shuttle to just move up like an extra 2 feet.
Yeah, and that 4th base has fallen. So
Oh,
Shuttle is doing what he needs to
these
do to get back
Marines.
into this.
Will he go
Oh.
for it? No, he wants to wait for something more.
Ah.
Oh, nice hit!
Sick.
But yeah, resources lost right now. Really not looking too good for Beyond, or sorry, not Beyond, sorry, Hyun. But he's actually got so much map control on the field at this point. He's taken all those heavy losses from those drops. Mutalisks will catch this medevac, but he can continue to do what he likes. This 3rd base for Shuttle, I mean, it's really nicely guarded for the time being, but with the creep dropped at the potential 4th base location, Hyun's just got control over where Shuttle can expand. Now, Shuttle's stuck on 3 bases for the next 20 minutes. He'll lose this game.
Exactly. It's still 3 versus 3 base though, so it's all right. And yeah, Hyun is more drones right now, but that doesn't matter until Hyun gets another base up and running. And we do have another drop from Shuttle here. I don't know where he's going to go with this. Maybe force a cancel on the 4th if it was morphing, but no, he's actually just starting into the 3rd. This will get shut down pretty easy.
Well, he's already got. Yeah, he had already morphed a couple Banelings there, knowing that it was coming. But I want to point out,
Yeah.
Gary Oak, you should quickly wish for like $1 million or something, because you did wish for the Widow Mine trap/mines, and he unheard you, man. He's been doing them, and it's pretty cool.
I didn't wish for him.
Well, you should have then.
I should have.
But okay,
I wished for $1 million.
Mutalisks, Banelings, and Zerglings. A very classic composition, and one that could actually bust through this front very easily. There's only one Widow Mine and a turret to defend. If Hyun just wanted to go full in, yes, Shuttle could reel back his forces and try and defend it, but right now this is actually quite exposed.
Yeah, you're right. It's not exactly like Fort Knox over here at the Natural, and this medevac, will it get spotted?
Third base is Shuttle, getting hit hard, but also just drawing the attention as the Natural base under a lot of damage now. Bunker's gonna do what it can, but here come those Widow Mines. Or sorry, the Banelings get picked off by a couple of the Widow Mines, but he's still got enough getting through here. Tank gonna be under a lot of pressure. Tank goes down. Just Marines left behind this, but there's not enough Banelings. He burrows them.
Yeah.
Oh, but he sees it with the scan.
That
Very
was a
nicely
good
done.
scan. And he does chase this out, and Oh, wow, all the Overseers survived that somehow. And supply is still actually very even, and the bank isn't that big for Hyun because Hyun is only on 3 base, just now getting to his 4th again on the other side of the map.
Oh no, these
Going
Woodmine
down to
hits.
Hyun's main, but I don't. Oh no, Hyun does not see it.
Yeah, the drop will
Well, he
pick up
does
the
now.
Queen immediately, but the resources lost actually pretty massive here for Hyun, like really bad off 3 base. If he had a 4th, maybe it'd be more sustainable. He has got it up, but there's no mining going on. Trying to respond to this drop in the main, finally cleans it up. A shuttle pushing out on the eastern half of the map.
Yeah, he knows he can push out. Hyun's suffered enough damage, and if Shuttle keeps this up, he does have definite chance to take this game.
I don't know, Masan, do you think Hyun's thrown too much away at this point?
Although Hyun's been throwing away a lot of units, I think he kept shutting Shutter's third down, so I think he'll be fine as long as he holds his push.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple Zerglings that were still in the natural are cleaned up now, but this huge Widowmine push with these Marines, there's not enough Banelings. Hyun trying to morph some in, but just can't. He doesn't have the time.
And oh, those Widow Mines, that was a weird unburrow. Right in front of the Zerglings.
Well,
Hyun just
Hyun,
going for a counterattack.
yeah, he just can't hold it home. It's probably the best choice he could do in this situation.
Actually, Shuttle's
will
base
kill
is really
Barry.
exposed. He never rebuilt that. So we basically got a base trade TV.
base trade. Love when that happens. But these Widowmines, I mean, even if Hyun had Banelings at home, he doesn't, but even if he did, these Widowmines would have no problem protecting these Marines. The amount of Mutalisks and Zerglings Hyun has across the field are coming back home, but he just doesn't have the numbers.
Yeah, 101 army supply to only 45. That's
Yeah.
all that needs to be said here. Hyun
Nope.
should be tapping out very soon. That's a lot of tenacity from Shuttle here. It looked for so long like Hyun had this game.
Yeah, I mean, he was making 40 Banelings at a time, just throwing them away at Shuttle with relative ease and causing a lot of damage, but Shuttle playing cool, playing calm, not panicking like we were talking about before, kept him in this game. And more Widowmine hits going off on these Zerglings. Hyun gonna come in with what little he has left, but there's so many Banelings here still.
I think
But the
Hyun has
spread-
a really good chance, by the way, because all his Marines are... There we
He just
go.
lost the rest
I
of
was
the Marines,
gonna
yeah.
point out that all his Marines were oversteamed and none of his medevacs had the mana to heal Marines.
Yeah, that's actually exactly
Yeah, there's
right.
a nice reinforcement of Marines coming out of Shuttle. Both players actually on very low economy situations, but Hyun definitely in a better position than Shuttle as his third base is still intact. Shuttle has got a couple mineral patches, almost no gas mining going on. Yeah, but you know what, the thing is, we found out, like, yeah, overstimmed, no medevacs, actually no medevacs period, kind of as they were just picked off, but there's still Widowmines to follow this up. Shuttle was
It's
able
going to be
to...
very difficult to hold on to the Shuttle's push,
Yeah.
by the way, because Hyun lost a pool and now he's remaking them, and he only has the 14 links. So all
Actually,
he has
no
is...
more links,
yeah.
just Banelings.
Mains.
Yeah, look at his bank. He has 2,000 minerals and 200 gas, but there's no way for him to spend them, just because
Well-
he doesn't have full.
A decent spread here out of Shuttle. But
They're
Hyun,
the Widow Mines, cleaning up the Banes. He only has a few left now.
Hyun just has to cause enough damage to these Marines, though, because of course the Widowmines don't attack buildings, so he'll hold on all day with these Mutalisks, but it's the Marines. He can't engage these Marines. There's too many of them.
Oh, look at this. A Thor is on the way. That's pretty
Thors,
cool.
yeah. Well, you know what? Actually, when you're in a low econ situation like this, that's not a bad choice. You don't want to be spamming disposable units like Marines. You need something sturdy like a Thor to deal with those Mutalisks, to take those Baneling hits, but oh my goodness, 20 more Banelings on the way here. Picking up, dropping one at a time. A very effective way to burn those Banelings coming out of Shuttle, but he's got to be careful, because again,
He
he's
saves that medevac. Wow.
fourth base, new third base, whatever you want to refer to it as. Hyun's base under attack by 3 Marines. But, oh, trying to kite over top of the Widow Mines! Oh my god, this is so micro-intensive right now, guys.
Oh, that was a beautiful scan to see if there are any Baneling traps waiting for him.
He
And
picks
he's
off the
killing a
Queen.
lot of drones, too.
And actually, if you can snipe off this base, not the biggest deal in the world, as most of this base has been mined out, but still a victory nonetheless. And you gotta take the small ones where you can get them. Hyun coming from behind, though, with a lot of his forces. Oop, sorry. Shuttle has got to be so very careful.
He's trying to expand, but he has to turn that command center around.
SCVs have been pulled. I mean, he's only got 20 minerals, repairing the Thor, whatever it is he wants to do. Even if he's just soak the Baneling hits, they're better than just doing nothing at home. He's gonna try and transfer them,
that's
but... Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Well, he does have the Widow Mines defending his base.
some
and
decent hits,
right
but
now-
there's too many Mutalisks, too many Banelings. Thor cannot even attack. But can these Marines save the day with some proper splitting? You might be able to pick off most of these Mutalisks, unless the Banelings can connect.
He's got to watch out for Banes. He might burrow them too.
And it's always a scary thing to consider, but we do have mining recommencing here for Shuttle. And again, both
Fighting
players...
on top of the mines. Mine, mine, mine!
Nice,
Ooh,
does go off, but here
beautiful.
come the Zerglings from behind, but the Woodamines again being the heroes of the day, doing what they can. This small handful of Marines going to hold fast against these Mutalisks. One medevac is all that's left at this point.
Jeez. So close.
Well,
Hyun is running on fumes now. Well, he does have his actual... Never mind, he's got his 4th base back up.
Right, but every stim is that much more costly for Shuttle at this point. He doesn't have the medevacs to heal this up.
I think Hyun's done it because he's got that base up. He has mining again. And he's on top of the production facilities.
This really looked like it could have gone Shuttle's way. It really did.
Those were beautiful goops too, I might add.
Yeah, making sure nothing important comes out of the factories. Widowmines have been such a burden to him all game, but here at the newly found base of Shuttle, no more Widowmines left to defend, no Marines here. These few SCVs running for their lives.
SCVs. Like, this is Shuttle's last hope, these SCVs.
Keep in mind that Shuttle has a 0 income and 0 money right now, so all he has is
this.
that's
Yeah,
all he got.
this is everything. Burrowing. Oh my goodness, he can't even land the orbital. Hyun, you are so mean.
He's very consistent about burrowing links there. He's done that like a bunch of times this game. So Shuttle's not out of it yet, but Hyun definitely does have the superior economy now.
This would be the game of a lifetime if Shuttle could bring this back, though. I mean,
Yeah.
all it takes is a couple Yeah, I mean, Hyun could easily make a lot of mistakes, and I'm not talking like, okay, I threw my keyboard off the desk and forgot how to play, but I mean, like, moving Banelings in the wrong positions, running all of your army over top Widowmines that you didn't check for Overseers. I mean, there's not a huge possibility of Hyun losing this, but it's still a possibility nonetheless.
Yeah, for all intents and purposes, it's 1 base versus 1 base, and the huge units loss discrepancy resource-wise is made up by Hyun having that extra base mined out than Shuttle.
There's a combined 1,000 units lost throughout this game. I just want to throw that out there. It's pretty insane.
That's not an exaggeration either. That's
Well,
crazy.
This base, so there's Widowmines, there's a bunker, there's a single turret. What can happen here? Widowmine does get destroyed by those Banelings. And I think that's gonna be it. Widowmines.
Yep.
That's just disgusting.
That definitely breaks Shuttle's back. He put up a really good fight, though.
Oh, he
But-
absolutely did.
He has no chance anymore. All his workers are dead. He has 2 SCVs.
And this is only game 2. I mean, we've still got potentially another couple on the way. But yeah, Hyun playing this very well. I don't know that there's a lot of criticisms to be made this game, because both players played this so well. I feel there weren't a lot of mistakes. But I want to say the highlight, the coolest part... Okay, good game.
GG. It really looked like Shuttle had the game for a few minutes there, but Hyun pulled it out. So that was a really good game.
Well, let's get a pro opinion. You can go into analysis if you want with this or not, Masan, but just in a word at first. Hyun played that really well, played it okay, played it good, played it smart. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, you just described it. There isn't much else to say. Hyun played. He had a really nice economic advantage early on, and he abused that and kept trading Shuttle's economy with the Hyun's army. So, at the end of the day, although Shuttle did have a bigger army, he didn't have enough economy to support and keep pressure on Hyun's 4-based economy. So, yep, that was the game.
Are you gonna come with us for this next one too, or are you?
Sure.
Awesome.
Excellent.
Yeah, TriCast is kind of weird because I want to like let this when do you kind of pass it off and who do you pass it off to? Never done a TriCast before. No, I actually done it once
Same.
before.
It helps that gives you that little bit of extra analysis.
I'd like some more salt on top of my salt, please.
Hey, it's pretty useful.
All right, well, guys.